Hey there, my name is Diane Cunningham, and I'm the founder and president of the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs. And I wanted to just share a little bit with you about the plane crash that I experienced in March of this year and tell you the 3 lessons that I learned from that. The crash happened on March 26th. And it was here locally, about an hour from here in Graham, Texas. I was with my husband at the time. We have since divorced. The divorce did not happen because of the plane crash at all. We were landing and we got hit by some wind, and a gust pushed us over and across, and what then eventually ended up happening is, what I found out afterwards, the wheel underneath me, my side of the plane, got bent under, buckled under, and so of course that shot the plane all off kilter, and then we were bouncing and sliding and scraping across the runway and across another runway, and we finally landed, or stopped sliding. And you can see I get a little emotional talking about this because it was a very upsetting time. It was about 11 seconds that I didn't know if I was going to be alive or dead. And so once we finally landed and stopped, we went nose up, and then we fell back to the ground, and my side of the plane was tilted. So after I kind of came to, so to speak, I looked around and made sure I was okay. Am I bleeding? Am I alive? Yes, I'm okay. And Robert was okay also, which was miraculous. The only thing that happened to me was I broke my pinky fingernail, and then I had some bruises on my leg from where my leg hit the middle of the console. And he was fine too, my husband at the time, Robert. And so we got out of the plane as quickly as possible, and I, of course, as a good woman would do, grabbed my iPhone and my purse and got out and got as far away from that plane as I could and sat down on the dirt. And I just was so excited about that dirt. And I began then to feel and pray and cry and thank God that I was alive. And many emotions were flooding. Lots of feelings, lots of PTSD, post-traumatic stress, and so what the lessons that I learned, there's much more to the story, but I want to make sure I get to the point here. I want to share the 3 lessons that really came to me because of this event. The 3 things that really were very important that I want to get the message out about are, number 1, life is short. It's a cliche, we hear it all the time, but you know what? When you look your possible death in the eye as you're sliding across a runway, you recognize it. And if you've been in any type of a crash, involved in anything that you really saw that life is that very short, then you know this. We never know if today is our day. We need to make sure we are using every day to the fullest. We are doing the things we've been called to do. We're living our purpose. So that was the first lesson that I learned. And the second lesson that I learned that I want to share with you, very important, love is free. Love is free. For me, I know that I want to share as much love as I can, and that means sharing compliments. That means praising the people in my life. It means not holding back. It doesn't cost us a thing to tell people how we feel about them, and yet we don't do it. So the message that I got from this plane crash was, tell the people that you love how you feel. Tell them what you think. Tell them they look good. Tell people that you care about them all the time, often, daily, when you feel it. Don't hold back. Don't think about it and then say, oh, I'll tell them next time. Don't do that. And then the third lesson that I learned from the event is what I call wind happens. Wind happens, and it happened that day in that airplane, and I live in a windy place in Texas, but you know what? We have wind in our life. We always have wind. There's always going to be wind, and it comes in the form of sometimes going out to get in your car and it not starting, a sick child. It comes in getting a notice that you've lost your job, getting a notice about a bill you weren't expecting. Wind is always going to happen. Really what the difference is how you're going to handle it. How are you going to handle the winds in your life? How are you going to respond to the wind? What are you going to do differently? And who is your source? Who are you going to go to get the help you need when the wind hits? I know for me, my source is God, and I go to God to help me battle the winds in my life And He is always there. He is ever present. He is taking care of me, and He is loving me all over the place and supporting me from that. He's buffering me from the biggest winds that are going to hit. So those are the 3 lessons. I wanted you to get them. I wanted you to hear them today because they've really made a huge difference in my life this year, and they really just compelled me to share more and more about who I am, what I want to do, and how I want to change the world. My name is Diane Cunningham. My mission in life is to inspire women to dream big, catch on fire, and change the world. And I have the great honor and blessing to do that every single day through the friendships I have, but through the association, National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs. Come join us. Come check things out, nacwa.org. I would love to hear from you. Talk to you soon.